Hello, parents. We are delighted that you have come to discover and comprehend the full breakdown of reading components for your children's education. The 5 pillars of reading instruction, also known as the 5 pillars of early literacy, are a set key components that are developed by the National Reading Panel, essential for reading proficiency. They include phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension. Each element is vital to the development of strong reading abilities in teachers who comprehend and effectively impart these pillars to their students and have a greater chance of helping them become excellent readers. In this session, we will look at how the body of research that makes up the science of reading can be more easily understood through following 4 frameworks and models, which are all interconnected. Number 1, the 5 pillars of reading instruction. Scarborough's reading rope, the simple view of reading, structured literacy. Each of these strategies has its own elements and ideas that assist us comprehend how we learn to read. Teachers may successfully apply evidence-based practices in their classroom and support all their students' reading progress when they have a thorough understanding of these instructional frameworks and models. Next, we will move to the 5 pillars of reading instruction. For each of these 5 pillars of reading, there are several evidence-based techniques and tactics that have been developed because of research in cognitive psychology, linguistics, neuroscience. Teachers may create an effective curriculum that aids students in developing strong reading skills by understanding the research behind these pillars. We will examine the science of reading influences our knowledge of each pillar components in more detail in the sections that follow. Our 5 pillars of reading. Number 1, phonemic awareness. Number 2, phonics. Number 3, fluency. Number 4, vocabulary. And number 5, comprehension. Number 1, phonemic awareness, which is the ability to detect and alter spoken elements of words such as syllables, onset rhyme, and phonemes. The ability to distinguish and alter sounds, phonemes, in spoken words is called phonemic awareness. Both are essential for preparing students to read. Number 2, phonics. Phonics is a technique for teaching students to read and write in an alphabetic language. It is accomplished by displaying the relationship between spoken language sounds and written language, groupings of letters or syllables. Number 3 is fluency. Fluency in speech outputs relates to the consistency, smoothness, rapidity, and effort involved. It can also describe language production, linguistic skill, or language proficiency. Number 4, vocabulary. The words we must know to communicate successfully are referred to as our vocabulary. In general, vocabulary can be divided into 2 categories, spoken vocabulary and reading vocabulary. Oral vocabulary refers to the words that we use when we speak or recognize when we listen. Reading vocabulary is made up of words that we know or employ in print. And number 5, comprehension. Reading comprehension refers to the capacity to read, analyze, and comprehend literature. Word reading, which is the ability to decode the symbols on the page, and language comprehension, which is the capacity to comprehend the meaning of words and sentences, are 2 interrelated skills necessary. A visual illustration of numerous components that must be woven together for competent reading is provided by Scarborough's reading rope. Language comprehension and word recognition are 2 categories in which these strands are separated. To demonstrate the numerous talents that fit within the category, the 2 portions of the SVR are further broken down into smaller strands. The same primary elements are represented by these two divisions in the SBR. Each of the strands are necessary and interdependent for proficient reading. This is a sample or simple explanation of what children can expect when learning to read. We hope that this evening has been educational and will serve as a fundamental building block for how your child will succeed in reading in school this year. Thank you.